a great hero of ours, a guy who is just, well, he's about the funniest person we know, isn't he?
Funniest person and a very, very nice guy.
But he's been absent from public life for the past few years. However, this weekend, Peter Kay will return to the stage for 2 special performances in Manchester.
And they really are performances with a purpose. Peter's hoping to raise money to help our first guest this morning, that is Laura Nuttall. Now, Laura was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer in 2018. She's telling us more about that. She's there alongside her mum, Nicola. But first of all, before we do any of that, let's start
He's so funny.
A smile.
Have you seen him before? Have you seen him in concert? He's funny. He's funny in real life. This is how funny he is. Here we go.
Oh, the dog lipstick. We'll never forget that one, will we?
Stop talking. Laura has no idea.
I was laughing.
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
I was laughing.
She's no idea.
So Laura, you know, we're laughing now, but this is very serious for you. You were diagnosed with a brain tumour, and Peter Kay heard about you on your local news, I gather. So how did he get in touch? Why did he get in touch? What did he know about you?
So he knew my father back when he used to work with him at Granada. And he's been out for a couple of meals with us over the years. And once he saw the news item that we did, he recognised my dad in it and went, "Oh, what can I do to help?" Yeah, and now he's put on a concert to raise money for me.
So did he literally ring you, Nicola?
Yeah, he phoned Mark up. He just phoned Mark up, and Mark thought immediately, he said, "Hiya, Mark," and Mark went, "I know exactly who this is." But he hadn't spoken to him for about 15 years, so it was a big surprise, actually. It was brilliant.
He's offered his services, 2 shows in Manchester, which sold out within 30 minutes,
yes.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
What is the size of the task in terms of funds that you've got to raise for Laura?
Well, it's very difficult to say because Laura has been treated for the first tumour that she had back in 2018, and we went down a route with treatment in Germany and we raised lots of money for it, and then it came back in March because, unfortunately, glioblastoma is a terminal cancer. It's grade 4 every time, and roughly you're given about 12 to 18 months. So your fight is a continual one because it comes back and then you need to find a different route because cancer is very clever in terms of brain cancer, and it finds a way round treatment. So what we're doing now is trying to deal with what we have in front of us immediately.
And Laura, you're saying, you know, you're exploring treatments in Germany. Why do you have to go to Germany? Why can't you have that treatment here? What is that treatment?
So the standard of care in the NHS is surgery, which I've had twice now, chemotherapy and radiotherapy. What I'm having in Germany is immunotherapy, and it's only offered in Germany. It's not offered in the UK.
Is that where they take part of the removed tumour and introduce it so that your body can fight it? Is that right?
They make a lysate and a vaccine and then inject it back into the body to re-educate the body as to what they're looking for, what they should be fighting. So it's all to do with the T cells.
And what reaction did you have, Laura, the first time you had that treatment?
It was all right, actually. I got quite tired, but, I mean, I would do anything to get this under control, so a bit of tiredness is fine.
But you have to fund this yourself.
Yes,
obviously.
we do.
How much fundraising have you done as a family?
We've been fundraising, really, since we found this new treatment available. So, yeah, we've been slogging away at it for a long time. And we've been very lucky, and our local community's really stepped up, and there's been so many sponsored events and so many people making donations. We've been really, really blessed, but it is phenomenally expensive. Every vaccine's about £27,000.
Wow.
She has another checkpoint inhibitor, which is £7,000 every time she has that, and we have to get to Germany, and yeah, it really does mount up. So having this help from Peter just takes the pressure off us so much.
Yeah. And you know what they say about laughter is the best medicine and all that sort of thing. There's going to be a lot of laughter on Saturday, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And we've been out with, as Laura said, since Laura was ill, we've been out with him to the pub twice, and we don't talk about the fact that she's ill. We just laugh our heads off.
Yeah.
He's just the best company.
But it must be nice, Laura, to have a sort of respite, a bit of a break from, you know, the seriousness of everything around you as well, just for a few hours.
Yeah. I agree with you what you just said. Laughter is the best medicine. And Peter Kay can make anyone laugh.
Yeah, you really can.
Hysterically.
He really
He's just
and have you, when you first got together to talk to him, you know, when he offered his help, did you discuss the event together, or had he decided what he wanted to do?
Well, do you know, we didn't really discuss anything. Like, we just have a good laugh with him. We just enjoy his company. And then I came up with the idea of maybe doing a charity ball to raise money in our play centre in Nelson. And I phoned him up and said, well, actually I sent him a message saying it's a long shot, but did you fancy maybe coming and doing a bit of a turn for us? And he said, well, I could do that, or I could phone the Manchester Apollo and see what their availability is like. OK, that's great. And then about 3 days later, he phoned back and went, August the 7th, is that all right? So that was only 2 weeks ago. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind since then.
Yeah.
It really has.
And obviously, this affects the whole family. I mean, obviously, you're dealing with it, but it does affect all of you. You're watching your lovely daughter. You've got your dad, Mark, and your sister, Gracie. And I understand that Gracie is going to talk at the start of the... Yes.
She's so brave.
Yes. She's your younger sister.
She is, yes.
And do you know what she might say, or...?
I've not had a look at it, but I know it'll
break my heart, whatever she says. She's so close to Laura, and the idea that she will have to go through life without her sister, that she would get married and have children, her sister won't be there, it just breaks her heart, and it breaks mine as well. But we're doing this not just for Laura's treatment, but we want to also help other people in the brain tumour community. Laura's an ambassador for the brain tumour charity, and we want to help them. There's a new research project coming out for a drug called Sativex, and we're going to try and do everything we can to help fund that as well, because other families shouldn't have to go through this. They shouldn't. Not everyone has Peter Kay's help, and we need to help other people so that we're not all repeating this in 5 years, in 10 years. We need to find a cure for everybody. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, it's just the thought of Grace on stage.
Don't apologise.
It just breaks me every time.
That's what I'm saying, because it does affect the whole family.
It really does.
And it's very emotional for all of you. But each day, I mean, I know I was reading about you and things your mum has said, that you take this all in your stride, you're a positive person. How much is that getting through this, you know, the positivity, support of your family?
I mean, I feel like I have to stay positive, because the alternative is not what I want to do. I don't want to kind of spend the days wasting my life away. I want to kind of seize life and get as much out of it as I can with the prognosis that I got. Yeah, they told me that the doctors told me that I wasn't going to be able to go back to university. I've just finished my second year.
Well done.
I'm just living my life now. And I hope to prove the doctors wrong.
Well, let's hope you
continue to do that, and we all hope and pray that everything will turn out OK. And you've got so much positivity and love flowing through that TV screen this morning from people for you. Good luck, and have a laugh on Saturday. Give yourself that day.
And Peter, if you're watching, well done, mate.
Well done.
Amazing.
Laura, Nicola, thank you both
so
very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed.